The family had spent the night camping next to the Cloncurry River. They were having a camping adventure driving to Darwin. In the morning, the sun shone right in the car and woke them all up. Joe got busy packing. "I'll help," said Friend. "We will too," said Raggedy Ann and Santa. "I wonder if this is where they keep the curry," said Friend. Another day, another picnic. This time they sat down at the Cloncurry River and had lunch. But before anyone knew it, it was time to set up camp again. The family had to rest, so they let Joe do all the work. But Joe didn't mind. It was important the family had a rest because tomorrow they were all going on a big long bushwalk. In the morning they all drove the truck into Lawn Hill National Park. The family climbed up to the top of a big hill. From up here you could see the river below and the campground. But that's not where the family camped. They camped in the bush. They walked a bit further, then they sat down to have a rest because it was very hilly and rocky, up and down, so they all sat down. Luckily, there was a seat to sit on, except, of course, it was rocky too. And because it was a national park, everywhere they sat down there was something to see. Raggy asked Friend, "Do you want a drink of water?" "Oh, yes, please," said Friend. "This walking caper is very thirsty work." "What about you, Santa? Do you want a drink of water?" "No, thanks," said Santa. "Never touch the stuff." "What's that beautiful smell?" asked Raggedy. "Oh, look, it's a purple flower, right behind where we are sitting." "Come on, kids," said Dennis. "That's enough sitting around." After they'd walked up another hill, Friend cried out, "Time to sit down again." Then he added, "Please." "Hey, look over there," cried Santa. And sure enough, right where they had sat down, on rock of course, there was another spectacular view. "OK, kids," said Dennis, "time to go because we know," chorused the family as one, "because we've still got a long way to go." Raggy said, Wait. "What?" said Dennis, maybe just a little bit grumpily. "Flower," cried Waggy. "I need to smell that flower." Said Dennis, "Can we go on now?" "Yes, no," said Raggy, "there's another one." "OK," said Dennis, "now let's go. Hey, where's Santa?"
"Over there,"
said Joe.
"He's in that tree."
"Hey, Santa," yelled Friend, "what are you doing up in that tree?" "Hey, check this out," said Santa. "These flowers are the same colour as my coat." "Now, where's Raggedy gone?" asked Joe. But everyone knew where to look for Raggedy Ann. Luckily, it was time to sit down again, and guess what? There was another view, and you know what there was for sitting on? "Ouch," said Raggedy, "my bum is sore. Isn't there something besides rock to sit on in this national park?"
"Why, of course,"
said Joe.
"Why don't you all have a rest on the nice, soft log and have a view of the pretty waterfall?"
"There's a signpost over there," said Santa. "What does it say?" asked Raggedy. Friend said, "It says that..." But they all knew what it was going to say, so they all sang it together. "We've still got a long way to go." "Hey, let's go, kids," said Dennis. "Stop mucking around. Don't you know?" Yes, we know," said the family.
"Don't you worry, kids,"
Joe said in a whisper.
"We're coming to the really interesting part, and there will be lots of things to stop and look at."
And there was. "Look," said Friend, "lunchtime." A little bit further on, Friend stopped again and said, "Looks like someone has already had their lunch." Then they lost Santa. Again. Every time they stopped, Santa disappeared. "There he is," cried Raggy.
"I can't see him,"
said Joe. "Over here," yelled Friend.
"Why, can you see Santa?"
asked Joe. "No," said Friend, "but I can see some ants having lunch." But when they turned around to get Santa, he was gone again. "Over there," cried Raggedy. "Yoo-hoo," said Santa. "Hey," said Friend, "looks like someone has already had lunch here." Joe said,
"Sounds like Friend thinks it's lunchtime."
"Yes, doesn't it?" said Dennis, "but we've still got a long way to go," chorused everyone. "Oh, look," said Raggedy, running into the bush, "a pretty dried flower." "Please don't run away," said Dennis. "You might get lost." "Over here," Santa yelled out. "I've found the way." "Right then," said Dennis, grabbing Santa. "Let's go there then." "Lunchtime," the whole family yelled together, jumping into a tree. It was a pretty good tree too, because there was a really nice view from up in its branches. In fact, it was such a good view that they all got down and moved closer, even though it meant sitting on rock. "Is this the lookout?" asked Raggedy.
Yes,
Said Joe. "So that's the end of the walk?" asked Friend. "Well," said Dennis, "we still have to walk back and—" They all knew what Dennis was going to say, so they all said it together. "That was not such a long way to go."